Healthy, long life, quality of life. And there are people on the planet that do experience that. I don't know if you've heard of...
Hello, dear viewers. Today, we will focus on understanding the importance of food for the health of the body and identify foods that may not be beneficial for overall well-being. From there, you can make informed choices about the right foods to ensure adequate nutrition. Food provides the essential nutrients to sustain your body and support its growth. However, it can also be a source of health issues if consumed improperly. Up next, let's listen to Dr. Barbara O'Neill's insights on selecting the right food sources to maintain overall health and well-being.
Healthy, long life, quality of life. And there are people on the planet that do experience that. I don't know if you've heard of the book Blue Zone. You have Time magazine, I think it was 15 years ago, did also an article on Blue Zone. They looked at, we're going to particularly look at 3 groups of people that live long lives, commonly into their hundreds, quality of life, and the journalist actually interviewed and followed a lot of them. And one was the Okinawans, which are Japanese. I think it's a Japanese island, very hard for McDonald's to get to islands. And there's a picture of a Okinawan woman, 85, collecting seaweed in the shallow part around the island. Also the Sardinians, which is an Italian group of people, and he was climbing hills, almost mountains, for this 90-year-old man to check his goats, and he could hardly keep up with him. Now the third group of people were the Seventh-day Adventists, and they're a group of people that commonly have much better health. So the 3 common denominators with these 3 groups of people were they're always active, and tomorrow we're going to be looking at exercise. Number 2, they eat food in its natural state. A lot of them are vegetarians. The ones that eat meat, it's not a large part of their diet. And the third common denominator was they're very social. You know, we're social people, aren't we? And when we're social people, our mind is not so much concentrated on us, but on other people. Interesting that they were the 3 common denominators.
Nowadays, many people are adopting a plant-based diet, and evidence shows that those who consistently follow this diet tend to have healthier bodies and longer lifespans compared to those who consume excessive amounts of animal-based foods. A plant-based diet focuses primarily on foods derived from plants. This does not necessarily mean adhering to a strictly vegetarian or vegan diet. Rather, it involves making a conscious choice to incorporate more plant-based foods appropriately. This approach to eating can help reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases and prevent certain types of cancer.
The first alkaline food I'm putting up here is the humble lemon, and you might say, no, the lemon's acid. It is. And it's acid where it should be. There's only one part in the body that should be acid. You know where that is? No, the lemon is acid where it should be. That's why you'll find that most of our salad dressings have lemon in them. But when it is broken down in the gut and the minerals are dispersed and absorbed into the blood and thus to the tissues, it has an alkaline effect because the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals, which is sodium and potassium, calcium, magnesium and iron. These are the alkaline minerals, and the lemon is high in the alkaline minerals. Don't you love the lemon? Every home should have a lemon tree, and if you're in a unit, you can have a lemon tree in a pot on your veranda. Dark green leafy vegetables are also alkaline forming. Dark green leafy vegetables we should be eating every day. That's your kale, that's your parsley, that's your, what you call them, collard greens. Do you know, I've never seen collard greens in Australia. You can tell I'm in Alabama. They're a popular food here, but we do have spinach and silver beet, kale. We should be eating something from the dark green family of vegetables every single day. And if you don't, you really should have a dose of green barley or super greens. Also vegetables. Vegetables have an alkaline effect. But there is a question mark with vegetables. I'm putting a question mark here because for some people these have an alkaline effect and sometimes an acid effect. There's the tomato, bell pepper, or in Australia we call that capsicum. Also eggplant, and some countries call this aubergine. And last is the potato. Now this is not the sweet potato. The sweet potato is actually not a potato. The sweet potato is a yam. I'm referring to the English potato or the Irish potato. This is the nightshade group of vegetables, and for some people they have an acid effect, and for some people they have an alkaline effect. And my body says to me, a little tomato now and then. My body says to me, don't even touch the bell pepper. What happens if I touch it? Oh, it repeats on me all afternoon and my energy just goes. So I say, I'm hearing your body and I don't eat it. The eggplant, I have a little eggplant now and then, maybe twice a month. Potato, my husband's an Irishman. Potatoes must be in every main meal, so I have it probably most days. That's what my body tells me. I don't know what your body will tell you. Now, I could have 10 professors in front of me saying, this is ridiculous, Barbara. The bell pepper is a very good vegetable. It is high in antioxidants and vitamin C's. You should be eating it. Who am I going to listen to? I've got to live in this body. That's why the fine-tuning is yours. No man on the planet can tell you the fine-tuning. Only your body can.
Creating a diet that matches your body's nutritional needs is crucial. It's essential to understand different types of foods, experiment, and determine which ones your body responds well to. As revealed by Dr. Barbara O'Neill, combining lemon with dark leafy greens that are alkaline can help improve the body's alkalinity, which can prevent diseases, including cancer. The plant-based diet is gaining popularity due to its numerous health benefits. However, starting and maintaining this habit properly can be challenging. Therefore, having the right knowledge about plant-based eating is vital to developing a diet that suits you best.
When you cook the tomato with an oil, and I think you'll agree with me, olive oil and tomatoes go very nice. They almost hand in hand together. And you look at Lebanese food, Italian food, there's a lot of tomato and olive oil cooking. When it's cooked with an oil, it releases a plant chemical called lycopene. Lycopene is from the fat-soluble family, and that's another reason why we should be eating a little oil with our meals, because it helps release the fat-soluble vitamins. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant, and it has the ability to reduce the inflammation of the prostate gland, so that's good news, isn't it? So every man over the age of 40 should be having a cooked tomato and olive oil dish maybe 3 or 4 times a week. That's not hard. Lovely base for your chickpeas, your tomatoes, it is tomatoes. For your, in fact, isn't that Mexican, your kidney beans to have with your tacos, or your tacos, I think you call them.
The use of olive oil in cooking has become increasingly popular as a healthier alternative to conventional cooking oils. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, which are highly beneficial for cardiovascular health. Its consumption helps combat oxidation, a key factor in heart-related diseases. Extra virgin olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal, which has pain-relieving properties similar to common analgesics. For instance, consuming 50 ml of extra virgin olive oil is comparable to taking a 10% dose of ibuprofen. Additionally, extra virgin olive oil can lower blood sugar levels after meals and serves as a source of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which help prevent gum inflammation and protect heart health. When cooking at high temperatures, it's advisable to use refined olive oil. This type is lighter in color, has a milder olive flavor, and remains stable under high heat. On the other hand, extra virgin olive oil is ideal for dressings, drizzling over fish dishes, or salads to enhance aroma and taste, as it is a healthier oil that can be consumed raw.
The 2 nuts are your almond and Brazil, and all your seeds have an alkaline effect. So what has an acid effect? Before we go there, there's one other, is fruit. Now I've got a question mark with fruit too. Why have I got a question mark? If someone has a yeast presence in their body and they're eating a lot of fruit, the sugar in the fruit will feed the yeast. And as the yeast feeds on the sugars in the fruit, it gives off acetic acid, it gives off lactic acid, it gives off uric acid. So it basically is feathering its nest. So when a person has a yeast presence and they're eating a lot of fruit, can you see that they are feeding the problem? And they're creating the environment of 5.5 where yeast loves to live. And alcohol is also given off. Alcohol breaks down in the body to acetaldehyde. And acetaldehyde is a neurotoxin. We don't want a neurotoxin. A neurotoxin is a brain killer. There are 5 places you can be exposed to acetaldehyde. Yes, if someone consumes alcohol. Yes, if someone has a yeast problem and they're having a lot of fruit, it will break down to this. Cigarette smoke, car fumes give off acetaldehyde, and the last one is vinegar.
Studies have shown that vinegar can improve insulin sensitivity in high-carb meals by 19% to 34%. In another study, it was proven to reduce blood sugar levels by up to 34% after participants consumed white bread. Additionally, research has indicated that taking a dose of vinegar before bedtime can lower fasting blood sugar levels upon waking. However, vinegar has the potential to interact with certain diabetes medications, making it essential to consult a healthcare provider before starting any new home treatment. Vinegar also has the potential to prevent heart disease and enhance cardiovascular health. Other benefits include blood sugar regulation, weight management, cholesterol reduction, and antibacterial properties. You can incorporate vinegar into your daily meals to take advantage of these benefits for your overall health.
Let's have a look at acid-forming foods now. These acid-forming foods are high in the acid-forming minerals, which is phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine. So what foods are high in phosphorus, sulfur, and chlorine? Meat. What's the blue in the blue vein cheese? The blue in the blue vein cheese is mold. So the only cheeses that don't sit under that category, the cheeses that have probably a pH of 7 would be your fresh. So that's your cottage, your ricotta. I'm not saying that they are okay, because usually they come from cows who have not been fed right or have chemicals in them. But on the pH scale, they're not as acid. Caffeine, all your caffeine foods and drinks have an acid effect. And of course, caffeine usually comes hand in hand with the sugar, which certainly ups it. And remember our 2.6 Coca-Cola, that's a combination of the caffeine and the sugar. Did you know that Coca-Cola is called Coca-Cola? Because I think it was in the early part of the 20th century, they put cocaine in it. And then they went over to caffeine, which is just as dangerous. Alcohol is not a food, but it creates an acid environment in the body. Tobacco is not a food, but it also creates an acid environment in the body. All your other grains, other than the grains that sit on the alkaline side, all your other legumes, other than the lima, lentil and soy, and all your other nuts, other than the almond and Brazil, have an acid effect. To maintain the 6.5 environment, we need to be consuming 20% acid-forming foods and 80%, 70 to 80% alkaline-forming foods. And I'm sure you're not surprised to hear me say that the 20% should come from this section here. Yes, oatmeal is here. Yes, rice is here. They're not bad grains. We need a little acid. Yes, your chickpeas are here, and your garbanzos, your chickpeas, your black-eyed beans, your kidney beans. They're not bad. Of course they're not bad. We need a little acid. It's when the whole meal is acid that tips the scales. How many Americans would be eating 90% acid, 10% alkaline? Is that true? No wonder cancer and heart disease are neck to neck for the #1 killers in the world today. Far more people die from alcohol-related diseases. Far more people die from tobacco-related diseases. And yet they're not banning tobacco or alcohol, are they? That's why the deaths to COVID fade into insignificance against all of these.
Nutrition plays a crucial role in maintaining health and supporting the body's development. Understanding your body and establishing a balanced diet will help improve your health, strengthen your immune system, and reduce the risk of dangerous diseases, especially cancer. Thank you for watching our video. We hope that the information provided will help you on your journey to achieving optimal health. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with your family and friends. Support us by subscribing and hitting the notification bell to receive updates when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.